Our two biggest school districts have important budget meetings tonight, and as they get underway, people are rallying for better teacher pay, among other things.
Yeah, and we do have team coverage from outside both of those meetings. We're going to start with WFMY News 2's Sydney Moore in Greensboro. And Sydney, there's a decent crowd out there.
Yeah, well, Tanya, that rally actually just wrapped up. The Guilford County Association of Educators rallied for higher pay, and one way they are encouraging the board to do so is by pushing them to ask county commissioners to raise those property taxes. Now, the Association of Educators started the rally at 5 ahead of tonight's Board of Education meeting, where the budget will come up. The school board is asking for nearly $1 billion for next year's school year's budget, with a strong focus on retaining staff. Their request includes $314 million from the county, a 16% increase from last year, and $10 million specifically set aside for teacher supplements, which would boost salaries. But some educators, including Sarah Jones, who is a special education teacher, are questioning whether the extra funding from the county is realistic, given the county's financial limitations. That's why the idea of raising property taxes came up.
The county has told us there is no money. They don't have any other money. So the way that we have money is through taxes. And a 2-cent property tax would really mean about $40 a year for most property owners. And we think that $40 for a year is worth it. It gives us $14 million for our students.
And Jones says some teachers and staff are working 2 or 3 jobs because one job is just not enough with what they get paid. But we will be sure to keep you updated on what the board decides here in Guilford County. But for now, let's toss it to WFMY News 2's Nixon Norman, who is in Winston-Salem covering the school board there.
Yeah, that's right, Sydney. Things have definitely picked up here in Winston-Salem. You can see a crowd of over 24 people have dispersed. They were up here by the roadway, but now they are finally filing into the building so they can get their name on a piece of paper so they can talk at tonight's meeting. And the biggest topic at tonight's meeting is the budget for this year. The main concern of these folks are job cuts that could help make up for a $5 million deficit that the district faces. These teachers do not want to see those jobs cut. But at the last board meeting, Superintendent Tricia McManus says the district may have to result in cutting jobs along with other efforts to make up $8 million to cover that $5 million deficit I just mentioned. Some of those positions could be long-term substitutes or folks working in the central offices. President of the Forsyth County Association of Educators says some of those possibly facing these cuts are very concerned.
And in this case, we can't lose any more staff because we're already severely underfunded or understaffed. In central office for coaches and support for the teachers and public school workers, which then affect the support that the students have in the classroom.
As I mentioned, those educators and school staffers are now filing into the building because the meeting is set to take place in less than 30 minutes. And yes, it is open to the public. They will be asking the district to work with them so that they can put pressure on the county commission to find the money to keep these jobs. We also hope to ask Superintendent McManus about school safety, as there was that stabbing at Glenn High School just yesterday. Live in Winston-Salem, I'm Nixon Norman, WFMY News 2.